Look closely at the person who never loses control, the one who never raises their voice, never overshares, never reacts too quickly. They appear calm, impressive, untouchable. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Emotional silence is rarely peace. It is often strategy. Today, we're dissecting the psychology of people who always hide their true emotions, the hyper-vigilant observers, the calculated responders, the ones who mastered concealment so well, even they forgot what they're hiding. And by the end of this video, you may recognize someone, or worse, yourself. Emotional concealment is usually learned in chaos. No one is born emotionally guarded. They become that way. Most chronic emotional suppressors learned very early that vulnerability was unsafe. Maybe their feelings were dismissed, mocked, used against them, or ignored entirely. So they adapted. Instead of reacting, they observed. Instead of expressing, they calculated. Their nervous system wired itself around one core belief: if I don't reveal how I feel, I can't be controlled. Over time, this survival strategy evolves into identity. They are no longer someone who hides emotions. They are the strong one, the calm one, the composed one. But strength built on suppression is not resilience, it's armor. And armor is heavy. They become hyper-vigilant masters of micro-expressions. Here's where it gets interesting. People who conceal their emotions often become extremely skilled at reading others. Why? Because if you grow up needing to anticipate emotional danger, you learn to scan the room constantly. Micro-expressions, tone shifts, body language changes, energy fluctuations. They notice everything, and they rarely miss. This makes them appear intuitive, powerful, almost psychic. But what looks like emotional intelligence is often emotional hypervigilance. They aren't reading people for connection. They're reading people for threat detection. The quiet observer at the edge of the room. They are not detached. They are calculating. And the exhaustion that comes from constant scanning, it never fully goes away. Silence becomes a tool of control. When someone rarely reveals how they feel, it creates psychological tension. Humans are wired to seek emotional feedback. So when someone gives very little, it creates intrigue, uncertainty, sometimes even intimidation. Silence forces others to fill in the gaps, and often they fill those gaps with projection. She must be confident. He must be powerful. They must not care. But sometimes they care deeply. They've just learned that revealing care equals vulnerability. Silence becomes leverage. The less they say, the more others try to decode them. And this dynamic can feel powerful until it becomes isolating. Because mystery attracts attention, but it does not build intimacy. Emotional suppression creates internal pressure. Here's the part people don't talk about. Emotions don't disappear just because they aren't expressed. They go somewhere, into the body, into chronic tension, into overthinking at 2 a.m., into sudden irritability over small things. The person who never breaks often breaks in private, alone, in silence, where no one can see. Suppressed anger can turn into cold detachment. Suppressed sadness can turn into numbness. Suppressed fear can turn into perfectionism. From the outside, they look disciplined. Inside, there's often turbulence. And the longer suppression continues, the harder it becomes to distinguish real calm from emotional shutdown. There's a difference between control and dissociation. Most people don't know which one they're practicing. The Stoic facade often masks a fear of being truly seen. This is the deepest layer. At the core of chronic emotional concealment is usually one silent fear. If people see the real me, I will lose power. Or worse, I will be rejected. When someone builds their identity around being composed, strategic, untouchable, they begin to fear vulnerability not just as discomfort, but as collapse. Because if they show need, softness, confusion, who are they then? So they maintain the mask, the impenetrable shield, the calculated calm. But here's the paradox. The very shield that protects them from rejection also prevents genuine connection. They command respect, but rarely experience emotional safety. They appear powerful, but often feel alone. Now, let's be clear. Emotional discipline